I can't believe all the people are saying sell Mo Salah after everything he's done. But I understand it though. I get your point as well. But you don't live off a reputation, dude. You earn a reputation and you get respect from it, but you don't live off a reputation. What you did for a football club last week, last month, 2 years ago, doesn't matter. It's what are you doing for me lately? It's ruthless, I know. It's a horrible thing to say. But if we're being honest, he's not been at his best. And I don't know why we can't have that honest conversation a lot of the time without it getting to hate or something to do with religion, or let's just look at it from a realistic perspective. We hold him in such high esteem because we know what he's capable of, right? Would you agree with me on that? We've seen what he's done, 7 years, consistency, big moments, goals. So when you're held in that esteem and you've earned the right to be put at the highest bracket, you get judged accordingly. And I think it's only fair to say that he's dropped off. I'm not here to say what the decision is on his future, but I think it is a fair conversation to say that Mohamed Salah is not the same Mohamed Salah that he was previously. I don't know what the reason is for it. I don't know if it's father time. I don't know if it's fatigue. I don't know if... I have no idea. I'm not in Mo's head. I've no idea. But as a football fan, I definitely don't see the same Mohamed Salah that I remember us all falling in love with. He's still the same human being. Still the same beautiful, really, really great role model. But is he the same on the pitch? I think if we're being honest, the answer is no. Drop off because of Ramadan. So I've been thinking about this over the last hour, and that's another excuse. Where were the drop-offs every other season during Ramadan? Why is it okay to say it's a drop-off from it this season, but we never mention it in any of the other seasons? It's just people that are trying to defend him, and I understand and appreciate that. But nobody should be above critiquing. Not hate. Nobody's trying to be hateful. But there was no using it as an excuse any other year. And he had 3 months off, dude, from Liverpool. One with away at the AFCON, and then the injury. So my viewpoint is this. If any player isn't able to perform to their best for whatever reason, they shouldn't be on the pitch. Whether that's a stomach bug, a headache, a sore ankle, no energy because you're fasting, whatever that reason might be. If you can't perform to your best and your levels drop off, you know, it's up to the manager to make that call and say, I need X or Y to come in here. Dear Craig, playing for 90 minutes is exhausting, especially when you're fasting. I don't care. Amr, I don't care. I don't care if he's fasting. I don't care. I can't be any clearer, mate. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It's just another excuse. If he's fasting and he can't be at his best, he shouldn't be on the pitch. Simple as that. Same as somebody has a sore ankle or a headache or a sore stomach or a flu. If you're not 100%, you shouldn't be on the pitch. End of conversation. Don't care what the excuse is. And don't make it about religion, because it isn't. It's about performance levels. And I don't care what the excuse is. I don't remember excuses the previous 6 years to this year. Why all of a sudden this year is it okay to throw it out as an excuse? It is just that. It's an excuse. Simple as that for me, mate. You're free to disagree with me, but I'm just being honest with you. He wouldn't use it as an excuse. So I don't know why we should use it as an excuse. And if the performance levels aren't there, it's understandable that his performance levels will drop off if he hasn't got nourishment and energy. Of course, that's basic scientific fact. I'm not trying to say that fasting hasn't impacted his performance. Of course, I understand how energy levels work, mate. I get it. But I'm just saying betterment of the team is more important. And if we have players who were fasting and it is impacting them, then we should be resting those players and we should be bringing them on for the last 30, or they shouldn't be starting 3 games in a week. That's the point I'm trying to make. And Kanade, I believe, was also fasting and played, and nobody's trotting out excuses for Kanate. It feels like Mo was just, I don't know. I've never experienced the fandom of a player above the team before. It's new to me. I'm a Liverpool Football Club fan. Not a Mohamed Salah fan. Not a Virgil van Dijk fan. Not a Darwin Núñez fan. I'm a Liverpool Football Club fan. Players to me will come and go. They're part of the moments we enjoy, but they are just that, a footnote, a part of history. It's a new modern thing that maybe I'm a boomer and don't understand, but I don't get player worship above anything else. Player is part of the team. The team should always come first, to me. But as I said, other people follow sports and athletes in the same way, and I understand that. I look at NFL, and there are players in NFL that I admire and like, and watch games because those players are in. But I wouldn't necessarily support those teams, so maybe in that sense I understand this new phenomenon a little bit more. Imagine your body without water. I really don't think you're listening to me, mate. I'm not denying the science behind nutrition. What I'm saying is, if you're not fit enough to play properly, you shouldn't be on the pitch. I don't understand how that isn't breaking through. I get it. I understand how science works and what energy is. I understand all of it. I'm just saying, I don't care. I don't care. It's an excuse. And if you're not fit enough to play, you shouldn't be on the pitch. It's that simple. Surely you understand my point. I'm not denying science, dude. I get it. I absolutely believe that he wasn't physically at his best. Of course, I get it. I just don't care because it doesn't help the team. And we aren't Mohamed Salah FC. We're a Liverpool Football Club. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Diaz get a bash on the right for a game or so. Because I don't want to see Mo's poor performances rewarded by constant starts no matter what. And let me explain why before you jump down my throat. I don't believe anybody who isn't hitting their level should be rewarded by just constantly playing every week. Constantly just here, because of who your name is, you play. No, you play because you perform. You earn the shirt. And like anybody else, if those performances aren't up to scratch, I think they should be given a spell on the bench to reflect or to give somebody else an opportunity. And there was an unbelievable amount of chances missed today that have nothing to do with Ramadan, nothing to do with fasting, and everything to do with just lax execution. But he wasn't alone. He wasn't alone. Darwin was every bit as infuriating today. Diaz drives me insane at times with the amount of touches he takes and almost just to run across the front of the 18-yard box and then figure out what to do. You know, Diaz just seems to run into blind alleys at times, and that drives me demented as well. But look, it's all much of a muchness. They're all our boys. I want them all to do well. I want them all to be part of winning a league title. I want to see Salah go down as one of the greatest players to ever do it for Liverpool, with as well as just the records he's already achieved. I want that roll of honour. I want the medals around his neck. I want 2 league titles. I want a Europa League for him. I want the Champions League for him. I want the man to achieve his dreams with Liverpool Football Club on the pitch. Craig, do you think Klopp's too loyal to certain players in the team? For example, Salah. I think every manager would have, I don't want to say favourites because I think that's unfair. Players they know they can rely upon. And I would say Salah, Verge, Alisson, they're players that Jurgen Klopp feels he can pin his hopes on, that he can trust that the moment won't be too big for them. Yeah, to some extent I think all managers play favourites a little bit, but those favouritisms are usually earned through years of good work.